Welcome to the Twinsburg Public Library's online class, Introduction to Excel 2013. To start the class, we have to start the program. So to open Excel, if you're using Windows 7, go to the Start button, All Programs, look for Microsoft Office 2013, and then click on Excel 2013. And this will start the Excel window. When you first see Excel, the first thing you notice, you have a choice between a couple of templates and a blank workbook. For now, we're just going to click on blank workbook. And that's how you start Excel 2013 in Windows 7. Let's take a moment to explore the Excel window. So in 2007, Microsoft introduced the ribbons into their Office suite. Up top, we see the ribbons. They're horizontal bars that contain all the commands. Each ribbon takes its name from the tab. So this is the Home tab in the Home ribbon. This is the Insert ribbon. This is the Page Layout ribbon. You'll notice these faint lines that divide the commands. These are command groups. Command groups take their name from the word in the bottom center. So this is the alignment command group, and this is the number command group. If I tell you to click on the Find and Select command in the editing group on the Home ribbon, that means you need to first be on the Home ribbon, look for the editing group, and here is the Find and Select command. Also in the Excel window, we see the Quick Access Toolbar up top. By default, you'll have Save, Undo, and Redo in your Quick Access Toolbar. You can adjust the commands that appears in your Quick Access Toolbar by clicking on the drop-down arrow found here on the side. Choose the command that you would like to add by clicking on it. If you don't want it, you can click on the drop-down arrow again, and then select it again to make it disappear. Let's say there's a command that you use often, but it's not listed here. If you scroll down to the More Commands option, it opens up the Excel Options box. You'll be on the Quick Access Toolbar category. From the side where it says Choose Commands From, if you click on the drop-down box and choose All Commands, it will list every single command Excel has to offer. From here, you can select the command that you would like to use by clicking on it and then choosing Add and choosing OK. I'm going to cancel this for now, but that's the Quick Access Toolbar. If you click on the File tab, this opens up Office Backstage. Office Backstage gives you additional options such as saving a file, printing files, and other things, which we're going to talk more in detail about in the next video. To return to the spreadsheet, click on the Back button on the upper left corner, and we return to the spreadsheet window. Right above the spreadsheet, we see the formula bar. You can type the formula into the formula bar, or you can type content into the formula bar. When you click on a cell, it makes the cell active. A cell is where a column, which are these vertical sections, intersect with a row, which are these horizontal sections. So here we have a cell. To edit a cell, you can either double click into it and type something directly in there, or you can single click on a cell and then type into the formula bar, and anything you type in the formula bar will appear in the cell. Now there are some differences between the formula bar and typing in the cell directly, and we're going to talk more about that when we discuss formulas and functions. But for now, just know that you can add content into a cell by adding content into the formula bar. Next to the formula bar, we see the cell name box. The cell name box will list the name of the active cell. So here, F4 is the active cell. A cell takes its name from the column and then the row. So this is column F, row 4. So this is cell F4. So you can see the current active cell by looking into the name box, or if you click into the name box, you can type a different cell name and hit enter on your keyboard to move to that cell. An Excel workbook is a single file that you save with Excel. A workbook can be made up of multiple sheets. So down here at the bottom we see sheet 1. We can actually have more than one sheet per workbook. Let's take some time to tour Office Backstage. Up at the top corner, click on the File tab, and this is Office Backstage. Each of these areas are categories. Info gives you information related to your file. Here you can also click on Protect Workbook and encrypt your file with a password. This means that the user has to type a password in order to access the spreadsheet. Be very careful if you decide to encrypt your workbook with a password. If you forget your password, there is absolutely no way to get that password back. So I strongly advise that if you do choose to encrypt with a password, make sure it's something that's very easy to remember. Under the new category, you can select a template if you prefer. These are some of the top used templates, or if you don't see one that you would like to use, up in the search box you can type a type of template. So for example, budget. Hit enter on your keyboard, and Excel will return some templates for different types of budgets. On the right side, you can limit it by category, and then click on the budget that you want to use. If you like the way it looks, click Create. Now, with Office 2013, you are required to have a constant internet access in order to download templates or clip art. So if you don't have internet access, you might not be able to make full use of this feature in Office 2013. Not just Excel, but all the Office products. When you click Open, this is where you go to open previously saved files. So you have 4 categories to choose from. Your recent workbooks, which are files that you've recently created or worked on. OneDrive, formerly known as SkyDrive. This is where your files are stored if you choose to save them to Microsoft servers, or in other words, to Microsoft's cloud provider service. Computers, these are when files are saved locally on your machine and not using the web. You can click on recently used folders over here, or click Browse to open the Open dialog box. From here you can choose the folder and then click on the file that you'd like to use and then click Open. Save and Save As. The first time you save a file, it's automatically Save As. So you have to determine if you want to save it locally on your machine or if you want to save it into the Microsoft OneDrive. If you want to save into Microsoft OneDrive, some of the pros are you can access your file from anywhere where there's an internet connection. And it is a very convenient tool to use if you forget your flash drive. However, you do have to have a Microsoft account. So once you select where you want to save it, be it OneDrive, or locally on your machine, you can click the Browse button to determine exactly where you'd like to save your file. Under File Name, this is where you get the name of your workbook. Once you selected the location and given your file a name, click Save. I'm going to click Cancel for now. The Print category, this allows you to print your Excel worksheet. Now we're going to talk in greater detail later in this class series about printing Excel workbooks. But for now, just know that you need to access Office Backstage in order to print your worksheet. The Share category. So if you have Microsoft Outlook installed and set up on your computer, you can quickly email your spreadsheet to your work associates, colleagues, or friends by clicking the email button. If you have your spreadsheet saved on your OneDrive account with Microsoft, you can choose to invite people and automatically save it to the cloud, which is your OneDrive account. Let's scroll down and look at the account options. From here, you can change your Office background. And these are fun little tools that you can use up in the top right corner. It doesn't really change the functionality of your spreadsheet. It's just a way for you to personalize it. And you can also change your theme. Again, this is just another way to personalize your Office experience. If you have a Microsoft account, this is where you would enter your information. Otherwise, you probably won't be visiting the account category too often. So that's Office Backstage. Let's go ahead and return to the spreadsheet.